Good morning, and welcome to a special edition of the Werff Report for February 23rd, Keeping America Vigilant 2021. Shame on you. Shame on the United States Supreme Court this morning as they refused, by just one vote, to hear the election cases before it. Traitor Justices Brett Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett voted with the liberal justices, while Justices Thomas, Alito, and Libertarian Neil Gorsuch voted to take on at least two of the four cases they were considering. 4 justices are required to vote to hear a case to put it on the court's docket. Justice Thomas issued a scathing dissent and clearly pointed out the issues on behalf of the American people, saying, quote, "The Constitution gives to each state legislature authority to determine the manner of federal elections, yet both before and after the 2020 election, non-legislative officials in various states took it upon themselves to set the rules instead. As a result, we received an unusually high number of petitions and emergency applications contesting those changes. The petitions here are a clear example." He went on to say, quote, "The Pennsylvania legislature established an unambiguous deadline for receiving mail-in ballots, 8 p.m. on Election Day. Dissatisfied, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court extended that deadline by 3 days. These cases provide us with an ideal opportunity to address just what authority non-legislative officials have to set election rules, and to do so well before the next election cycle. The refusal to do so is inexplicable. For more than a century, this court has recognized that the Constitution operates as a limitation upon the state in respect of any attempt to circumscribe the legislative power to regulate federal elections. Because the federal Constitution, not state constitutions, gives state legislatures authority to regulate elections, petitioners presented a strong argument that the Pennsylvania Supreme Court's decision violated the Constitution by overriding the clearly expressed intent of the legislature. He also stated, quote, "Changing the rules in the middle of the game is bad enough. Such rule changes by officials who may lack authority to do so is even worse. When those changes alter election results, they can severely damage the electoral system on which our self-governance so heavily depends. If state officials have the authority they have claimed, we need to make it clear. If not, we need to put an end to this practice now before the consequences become catastrophic." One thing is clear here, folks. Our U.S. Supreme Court has been heavily compromised. And if this were 1776, the entire building would be burned to the ground and the traitors would not see the light of day. But in 2021, we've become so passive that we are willing to sit by and watch our dear country be taken over by the Chinese Communist Party in heavy coordination with the Democrats and other politicians who have become extremely wealthy through Chinese money. At this point, I don't know how this country can ever be made whole again. With our elections infiltrated to the point that we may never be able to elect another official again by the will of the people, America as we know it is over. We have become a totalitarian state, and unless drastic action is taken, nothing will ever be done about this. The Werff Report has been thinking of starting a project to collect signatures from those who voted for Trump in the 2020 election, just to prove the number of votes that he actually received. But the problem is getting nearly everyone to sign, and once the signatures are collected, say they soar past Biden's alleged number of voters, what do we do with them? It would be damning evidence for sure, but what then? Maybe our viewers can share their thoughts in the comments. America needs to focus in this most difficult time to figure out a way to rectify the fraudulent election of 2020, and if we can't, America's no longer the land of the free. The Werff Report will lead this fight, especially once we switch over to our new platform, and we will not rest until the problems of the 2020 election are reconciled. Thanks for watching, America, and if you haven't done so already, please go to thewerffreport.com to sign up early to our new platform subscription before we leave YouTube and all other platforms for good, hopefully by the end of this week. You can choose from a regular monthly subscription for $1.99 a month, our discounted subscription for the military, senior citizens, and those experiencing financial hardship for $1.36 a month, or our new annual subscription by viewer request for only $15 a year. You do not need a PayPal account to subscribe. Simply click the PayPal button on the subscription page and then click Pay with Credit or Debit Card. We appreciate your support and we love you all. This has been a special edition of the Werff Report for February 23rd, Keeping You Vigilant, America 2021. God bless you all. God bless President Trump and God bless America.